Next on Wood Songs from Ireland, legacy group McPeake. And the viral street musician heroes, Abby and the Spoon Lady with Chris Rodrigues.
I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed, Lord, and I know.
WoodSongs is presented in part by VisitLex.com, providing information and activities to visitors of historic Lexington, Kentucky. The Martin Guitar Company in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, making handcrafted acoustic guitars since 1833. The Deering Banjo Company, providing American-made banjos for front porch pickers and professionals, online at deeringbanjos.com. And by Fransky String Instruments of Prairie Village, Kansas, online at mfstrings.com.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams. The
From the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Bruce Horns. Hi, this is Kevin Moe.
Hey folks, this is Bela Fleck.
Hi folks, this is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer, author, and tree hugger, Michael Jonathan.
Here's a little song by Beethoven. Beethoven wrote a beautiful piece, of course, but in 1882, a vaudevillian songwriter, his name was William Scanlon, and he wrote a beautiful mountain song that became a classic for Uncle Dave Macon. The very first star of the Grand Ole Opry was called Over the Mountain. I'm always light-hearted and easy, not a care in this world have I, because I am loved by an Ollie, and I couldn't forget if I tried. She lives far away o'er the mountain, where the little birds sing on the tree, and the cabin's all covered in ivy, and my Ollie, she's waiting for me. And it's over the mountain, where the little birds sing on the tree, and the cabin's all covered in ivy, and my Ollie, she's waiting for me. Well, the day I bid goodbye to Ollie, that's a day I will never forget, for the tears bubbled up from their slumber, and I fancy I see them yet. Well, they look like the pearls on the ocean, she wept her tales of love, and she said, my dear boy, don't forget me till we meet here again or above. And it's over the mountain, where the little birds sing on the trees, and the cabin's all covered in ivy, and my Ollie, she's waiting for me. And it's over the mountain, where the little birds sing on the trees, and the cabin's all covered in ivy, and my Ollie, she's waiting for me. And welcome to the beautiful historic Lyric Theater in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting from the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city of the magnificent Appalachian Mountains, where we are taping our show. Artists come from all over the world to be on our stage. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good, and that is certainly the case with both of the artists that we're going to introduce you to on this broadcast. Plus, we have some amazing WoodSongs Kids, so buckle in for the hour. This is going to be an amazing and wonderful musical ride. First up is a spoonologist. She is one of America's most amazing new discoveries. Over 100 million views on Facebook alone. And she's here with her performing partner, Chris Rodrigues. They are professional street musicians in Asheville, North Carolina. They're going to do a tune called I Feel the Lord Stretching Out in Me. Please welcome Chris Rodrigues and Abby, the Spoon Lady, on WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Stretching out in me. I feel the Lord is stretching out in me. I cleaned up my house and I kicked the devil out. I feel the Lord is stretching out in me. I can, 'cause God he says I can. I can, 'cause God he says I can. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can, 'cause God he says I can. Yes, I can. Well, I'm blessed 'cause God he says I'm blessed. I'm blessed 'cause God he says I'm blessed. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I'm blessed 'cause God he says I'm blessed. Well, I feel God is stretching out in me. I feel God is stretching out in me. I cleaned up my house and I kicked the devil out. I feel the Lord is stretching out in me. Thank you, folks.
It's an unrecorded tune, I Feel the Lord Stretching Out in Me, a big treat for the WoodSongs audience. Chris Rodrigues, and let's say hello to Abby, the Spoon Lady. It's so nice to finally have you here.
Hi.
So you're originally from Wichita, Kansas, and you ended up, for lack of a better phrase, something that folks don't hear much these days, but you kind of hoboed around the country, hitchhiked and rode trains and...
I live in Asheville, North Carolina now, and my first time to Asheville, North Carolina, I actually took the wrong freight train. I fell asleep in Chattanooga. And
so you were actually doing like the Woody Guthrie thing, hopping the trains and seeing America that way and playing music.
Right. I spent about 8 years traveling on the rails, and
well, you eventually were, if I remember right, you actually got to visit every state in the continental USA riding those trains.
Right, and we, you know, for me, an important part of that, though, was the street music, was playing music city to city.
Was that a healing thing for you? I mean, you went through some hardship, that's why you went hopping the trains to begin with, like you said, to go somewhere else, but was the music part of your healing process?
Very much so. It took me from a place where I felt like nobody cared anymore. Like the world had turned their back on me to a place where I had to ask everybody for help and to look my way and to put myself in that public space where people had to interact with me. And if I hadn't had that, I don't know where I would have been.
Well, I guess if you want people to interact with you, you make a video clip, you put it on Facebook, and 100 million, let's say that number, started to interact with you. So your musical world has certainly changed, hasn't it?
It's very different now. We, Chris and I, we do a lot of stage stuff and things like that, but we really love street performance, and that's a lot of what we're working on now. We're kind of doing a video project called Go Busk Yourself. Right, and we're going to visit a few cities and do some street performance.
Busk yourself?
Yeah, and especially some cities where street performance isn't welcome anymore, such as Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, you and I are, in the second half hour, you and I are going to talk about that at depth. Right now, let's say hello to your performing partner, Chris Rodrigues, also from Asheville, North Carolina. Quite a folk musician. Describe to our radio audience your musical setup here. What are they hearing?
The kick drum, the beat there is an old Samsonite suitcase. I'm sitting on it. I have a reverse bass drum pedal I'm beating on it with, and there's some tambourine jingles on there. And then I have a sign from my old shop class I'm stomping on, so I have something hard to everywhere I go. And a license plate. I have my third license plate with jingles on it from my very first tambourine, and skateboard hardware holding that on, resonator guitar, harmonica.
So you're that and a derby hat on top of it. So you have
Well,
all
top hat. It got wet.
Chris Rodrigues is playing his resonator guitar and percussion. She is playing two spoons. And we're going to talk in the second half hour her technique on these spoons and how exactly she's doing these sounds. If you're listening on radio, you should go to our website because we've got the video cameras on her. It's like watching a spoon ballet. They're going to do a song called I Done Died One Time. It is Chris Rodrigues and Abby the Spoon Lady on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
I done died one
They're returning. They're friends of ours from Ireland. They're part of the legacy family of music that comes from that wonderful part of the world. We're very honored that they'd be here. They've got a CD called Gypsies in the Wood. This is a tune called Fallen. Please welcome them back to America. It's McPeake on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Like that egg on the wall, I said I'm in a fall, 'cause everyone knows he must be broken. What does life hold? It's a story unfolds. If you think that I know, you must be joking. Down the rabbit hole I'm falling. In the darkness I can hear my heart calling. Loud your name as I feel myself falling. I'm falling for you. Have you seen the Cheshire Cat? Well, I look like that. Anytime you come anywhere near me, what do I do? Well, I haven't a clue. So I pray to the Lord for to steer me, like Alice down the rabbit hole I'm falling. In the darkness I can hear my heart calling. Loud your name as I feel myself falling. I'm falling for you. Oh, yeah. That rabbit who's late, 'cause time just one way. In a west my life will be over, and I'll rue the day that I did not say. And you'll go and you'll find a new lover. Like Alice down the rabbit hole I'm falling. In the darkness I can hear my heart calling. Loud your name as I feel myself falling. I'm falling for you. Oh, yeah.
Let's say hello to Francis McPeake, one of the founding members of the group.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks for having us.
So it was your great-grandfather that started the original?
Yes, he first started playing Ellen pipes in 1904.
1904. Now, playing the Ellen pipes was not your favorite thing to do when you were a teenager.
Michael, you've done your research.
Yeah.
I can only say that being a fourth-generation piper and a fourth-generation musician of the McPeake family, I've often tried to look in the dictionary for a word that would describe the utmost hate for music. And I've looked at the space, everything, and it doesn't come any way close to how I felt about Irish music. I did not want to play Irish music.
Let's talk about your family legacy, though, because it was your great-grandfather and then your father. The music of the McPeake family influenced everyone from Van Morrison to Pete Seeger, Bob Dylan, John Lennon. Wasn't it your father who taught John Lennon how to play the Ellen pipes?
In fact, yes. From 1968 through to about 1973, my father gave him lessons on Ellen pipes because the Beatles had this idea of trying to do a collaborative project with the McPeake family of the time. Unfortunately, the project didn't happen, but the pipes that my father played today is actually John Lennon's pipes.
Oh, really? Well, Francis McPeake is on the Ellen pipes. The rest of the band is we're going to introduce them in the second half hour. They got a brand new CD called Gypsies in the Wood, and they're going to play their title cut. It is McPeake from Belfast, Ireland on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
My mama said I never should play with gypsies in the wood. I don't know why they're stuck in my head, the stories mama read. She lay me down upon my bed. Now she did this word she said. Don't worry, son, the wolf is dead. And I never cared for Little Red. And so she'd sing me lullabies that made me not want to close my eyes. I loved them so, but they were mean, like the lady dressed in green. She went down to the river one day. What she did, I cannot say. And you don't ever wanna go to the bonny white Celio. She kneel me down to pray to chase those midnight fears away. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, bless a bed I lay upon. We'll count the corners round my bed, and the angels round them spread. So come on, mama, is what I said. Sing to me our song instead. Me down upon my bed. Now she did this what she said. Don't worry, son, the wolf is dead. And I never cared for Little Red.
One of the prominent traditional groups from Belfast, Ireland, McPeake, is on our show. We're going to talk to them more in the second half hour. Chris Rodrigues is here, and the amazing Abby, the Spoon Lady, as well. And wait till you meet this week's WoodSongs Kid. We will be back right after this.
there, this is Mary Black, and you are listening to folk singer Michael Jonathan and the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And there's the Queen of Ireland, Mary Black. Thank you so much, Mary. Great to hear your voice. Welcome, everybody, to the beautiful Lyric Theater in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting worldwide from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon and northern Canada. Over 500 radio stations. We're also broadcasting on American Forces Radio Network. It puts this show on the radio on 2 channels in 173 nations, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America gets to hear WoodSongs every weekend, twice every weekend. And as always, we want to say hello to the men and women that are working hard, the families, the fans, the public. Every single week, we go ahead and invite some kids from somewhere in North America to appear on our broadcast. They get to be treated as equals with seasoned touring artists like McPeake and Abby the Spoon Lady. And we found, originally from Georgia, now in Nashville, let's welcome Band of Kelleys. Band of Kelleys. Let's say hello to Bethany Kelly playing the fiddle. And so Bethany, tell me about your family. When did you, as a family, start playing music as a band?
Yeah, well, my dad started out playing banjo, and I guess we grew up hearing it. And Timothy started playing the violin shortly after, and then he taught basically all of us how to play.
And your sister here, Victoria Kelly, is on the mandolin. Let's say hi to Victoria. You're still 15, right?
Yes, sir.
So was playing the mandolin a hard thing for you? Did you start with the fiddle and then move over to the mandolin? How did it work?
I started playing fiddle when I was 4, and I started playing mandolin when I was about 9. There was a lot of sibling competition, I guess. So I wanted to be like them, so that's why I started, and I love it.
Oh, good. Now, next to you is your 12-year-old brother, Daniel. Let's get Daniel to come over, 12 years old. Now, Daniel, you're not the tallest one in the group, are you?
No, sir.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 7th.
You're in 7th grade, and the bass that you're playing is virtually taller than you are.
Yes, sir.
So why did you pick the bass? Because you're quite good at it. I heard you during the sound check. You're very good at it.
Since I was like 4 years old, I always wanted to play the bass. So I started out like on a little U bass, small one. And I moved up to the bigger one.
Well, we're really going to enjoy everybody playing your song. They're living in Nashville right now. It's Timothy Kelly, Bethany Kelly, Victoria Kelly, Daniel Kelly, and a guy named Corey Walker on the banjo. The non-Kelly is here. They're going to play a Bob Dylan tune called Maggie's Farm. It is Band of Kelleys on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. I got a handful of ideas and it's driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Only hand you a nickel.
She became world famous because of someone filming them on a sidewalk or on a back porch, I think it was, and it became just really, really popular. So we're going to go ahead and let her play a song, and then we're going to talk to her after that. This is an unreleased treat to the WoodSongs audience. It's called Mr. Man. It's Chris Rodrigues and Abby the Spoon Lady on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
My mama worked hard. She worked hard for herself, cleaning up rich houses, keeping dust up off the shelf. She never made much more than enough to keep afloat. She kept our heads above the water with a hole in our boat. I got me a job, the only job that I could find, at a cabin rental business way out in the pines. $5 an hour, all the money that I earned. And the rich get rich by stepping on the poor was what I learned. Well, maybe I'm dirt. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, drugged to the ground. And as much as it hurts, I've always kept on, as strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around. I come from a family that was full of mountain men, and I went into the city and I got robbed with a pen. He was a smooth-talking snake, slithered out of New York town. If I'd have known that he was rotten, I would have cut him down. He worked my fingers to the bone, and I never saw a cent. And now I got nothing to show for all the time I spent. Well, evil rules the world, and soon we all get burned. And the rich get rich by stepping on the poor was what I learned. Well, maybe I'm dirt. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, drugged to the ground. And as much as it hurts, I've always kept on, as strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around. I've made it over that mountain and across the deep blue sea. Came out of that wilderness when Jesus set me free. I would not make it out alive if it wasn't for the Lord. And the rich keep getting rich by stepping on the poor. Well, maybe I'm dirt. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, drugged to the ground. And as much as it hurts, I've always kept on, as strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around. Well, maybe I'm dirt. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, drugged to the ground. And as much as it hurts, I've always kept on, as strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around. Thank you.
Chris Rodrigues singing lead and playing his resonator guitar, and Abby the Spoon Lady. Let's talk to you about what it is you're doing. Are these two normal spoons, or are these like professional spoons?
These are two regular steel serving spoons like you would find in a kitchen drawer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of anybody in the world yet that actually makes separate musical spoons like this.
Now let me ask you something. You and Chris made a go of it as street musicians in Asheville, and there's a lot of towns across the United States and around the world that are making an effort to discontinue the idea of musicians playing on the streets.
Right. I think the issue more so is that people don't understand what street performing is. Sometimes people will allot it to, they they're these transients that are, begging or this or that. They don't really
musicians
understand.
are working, though. The musicians are working. They're not begging for anything.
Right. Well, we know this. But folks like the city of Nashville, as an example, is now going to start making it so that people can't play. They've already started shutting musicians down.
So Music City is saying no to the music. There are so many important things in the world to have against the law. I can't imagine vibrating air should be against the law. Well, we want you to vibrate air, and what she's going to do, she and Chris, they have their CD. This is the song that got 100 million views on Facebook. Someone took a little video clip of them, and it went not viral, it went viral 2.0. It went nuts. This is the tune called Angels in Heaven. It is Chris Rodrigues and Abby the Spoon Lady on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Changed. I know I've been changed, Lord, and I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name, and I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed, Lord, and I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The angels in heaven done signed my name. One day I was walking along. The angels in heaven done signed my name. I heard a voice, I didn't see no one. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The voice to me, it sounded so sweet. The angels in heaven done signed my name. It sounded like Jesus was talking to me. The angels in heaven done signed my name. And I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed, Lord, and I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The angels in heaven done signed my name. Go! If you don't believe that I've been redeemed, the angels in heaven done got my name. Just follow me down to the Jordan stream. The angels in heaven done signed my name. I've got my ticket in my right hand. The angels in heaven done signed my name. I'm on my way to the promised land. The angels in heaven done signed my name. And I know I've been changed. And I know I've been changed, Lord, and I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The angels in heaven done signed my name. The angels in heaven done signed my name.
There it is. Chris Rodrigues and Abby the Spoon Lady, Angels in Heaven, and on our stage is one of the preeminent traditional groups from Belfast, Ireland. We're so grateful that they're here. They're going to treat us to a song from an upcoming CD of theirs. This is called Don't. Please welcome them back. It's McPeake on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Myself, it's hard to say, it's just hit me. Your love's faded away. So don't tell me not to cry. 'Cause you said, baby, till I die, you don't love me. So please don't lie. So don't even try. I don't wanna go, I don't wanna stay. We've always been together night and day. So don't leave me, I'm going away. So don't tell me not to cry. 'Cause you said, baby, till I die, you don't love me. So please don't lie. So don't even try. I don't know what I'm gonna say. If anybody asks if I'm okay, I'll just tell them it's better this way. So don't tell me not to cry. 'Cause you said, baby, till I die, you don't love me. So please don't lie. So don't even try. So don't even try.
You know, music and art, you know, the budgets are getting taken away from the schools. The way Abby was describing is quite accurate. A lot of towns and townships, a lot of clubs and people who are presenting music are no longer doing it because it is so litigious and overregulated and licensing, and it's expensive to vibrate air, and it should not be.
Well, equally back home, both in Ireland and UK, the amount of programs that is now given a chance for musicians to perform on, television programs, is greatly reduced. But I've often thought that if all of the artists in the world just took a 24-hour boycott, music, theatre, literature, painting, everything, just stop for 24 hours. No one would understand truly the impact of art on their lives until that moment.
Until it's gone.
People come home after a day's work, they put on a TV, they listen to music, they read. They don't think about work that day. They need that other avenue. Mm-hmm. And we have a massive impact on people's lives.
Right. Well, you certainly come from a very long, long history. Over 100 years, the McPeake family has been bringing the traditional music of Ireland to people of their own culture and around the world. We're very grateful that you guys could be here. We're going to dip back into your CD. It's brand new. It's called Gypsies in the Wood. This is a tune called These Days. It is McPeake on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I've been looking at you for a long time now, but I think you've changed, but I don't know how. You act differently, well maybe it's me, but when you look at me, I don't think you'll see. 'Cause you love, but you don't see. Well, I'm here, but I could disappear. Your eyes, they are for me. These days, I think they stray away from me. Well, I've been thinking about me, yeah, and I think it's time to say something, but I don't know how. What if I'm wrong? Yeah, what if it's me? Oh, this feeling inside is scaring me. 'Cause you love, but you don't see. Well, I'm here, but I could disappear. And your eyes, they are for me. These days, I think they stray away from me. I've been talking to you for a long time now, so why do I feel like a stranger somehow? Tell me I'm wrong, don't disagree. Oh, tell me right now, do you not love me? 'Cause you love, but you don't see. Well, I'm here, but I could disappear. And your eyes, they are for me. Yeah, these days, I think they stray away from me.
Wasn't it great hearing from our friends from Ireland, McPeake, on our broadcast? This week's WoodSongs Kids, Band of Kelleys, they did a great job. From Asheville, North Carolina, Chris Rodrigues and Abby the Spoon Lady. That was fun. Music is such a powerful right of human life. It's not commerce, it's not litigated, it's a right, it's a privilege, it's a joy, it's families and communities and its neighbors. You know, in World War II, a reporter went up to Winston Churchill and they asked him, are you going to get rid of the arts and music budgets in England in order to pay for the war effort? And he looked at the reporter square in the eye and he said, well, what then are we fighting for? John F. Kennedy said something that I think is very appropriate to today's show. He said, if art is to nourish the roots of our culture, society must set the artist free to follow his vision wherever it takes him. And I want to say this, when you over-litigate and over-commercialize music, when you over-license it, you are not setting the artist free. You're imprisoning them and making them not able to meet their own audience. I want you to go out with your instrument, play on the greatest stage of the world, your own front porch or your own living room couch, and set that music free. It needs to. It is part of the human right. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer. I am a song farmer. We'll see you next week on the WoodSongs.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 924. Michael's opening song was Over the Mountain from the WoodSongs album featuring Isaac May on mandolin and Bob Bryan on bass.
Well, there's our show. I hope you had a good time. We sure had a good time making it. If you'd like to send me an email, I'd love to hear from you. My email address is michael@woodsongs.com. If you visit our website, there's a huge archive page of hundreds of past shows. While you're there, you can find out how you can become a song farmer. And speaking of the archives, here's a scene from one of those past shows now. We'll see you again next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And I could hear that produce wagon on the street. I could hear that farmer singing as I cried myself to sleep. I got banana and watermelon, peaches by the pound, sweet corn, melon, more better than in town. I got okra, enough to choke you, beans of every kind. And if hungry is what's eating you, I'll sell you peace of mind. But this ain't what you came to hear me say. And I hate to disappoint you, but I got no love today. I got no love today. I got no love today. No love today. Well, I could not love to save myself from lonesome desperation. Everything I thought was love was worthless imitation. And my concept of commitment was to take all you could give. I thought the cheapest thrills I love were teaching me to live.
Closed captioning provided by Highbridge Spring Water.
WoodSongs is presented in part by VisitLex.com, providing information and activities to visitors of historic Lexington, Kentucky. The Martin Guitar Company in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, making handcrafted acoustic guitars since 1833. The Deering Banjo Company, providing American-made banjos for front porch pickers and professionals, online at deeringbanjos.com. And by Fransky String Instruments of Prairie Village, Kansas, online at mfstrings.com.
On the next Wood Songs from Ireland, legacy group McPeake. And the viral street musician heroes, Abby and the Spoon Lady with Chris Rodrigues.
I know I've been changed.